to get this to work. Give me just a moment. I disconnected it. Oh, this is the most amazing. This is like the most chill class, or practice. I do invite you to our my Friday morning practice here. It's at 9. So it's kind of one of those times where a lot of people are working, but if you can, even online, sneak away. That one's a little bit more active where we're going to find some more strong postures, more yang energy. So this is our yin practice, which is, how to say, it's more passive. So we will find some activity. You'll need to like engage in the shoulders, but then you can relax in the hips or this or that. There's a balance in it all where like in our more active practices, we'll be here, we'll be breathing here. And so you'll feel it in the shoulders, you'll feel it in the arms, you'll feel it in the hips, in the legs. The whole body is activated versus, yin can be like this. You're just there for like 5 minutes. So I had a little idea of what to do. Is there anything you guys kind of there's spot in the body that's calling to you, sensation that's kind of like, ooh, that would be nice. Shoulders and neck. Anything for you? Cool. Okay, so we want to open up a little bit. Great. Well, welcome to your first yoga practice. Yeah, again, this is a yin practice, so it will be more passive. We'll be holding postures for a longer period of time. With this, we'll move past our large muscle groups and into the connective tissues, into the fascia, and into the energetic channels where we might be holding some physio-emotional things. So if you do have any feelings come up, all of you is welcome. Feel free to express as you need to and just be you. And that's why we're here in this space at beautiful Nivata. So with that, we will start with a brief meditation. So I invite you into a comfortable seat. This could be on the blocks here, or you can sit on it. You can sit on it cross-legged. You could sit on it with it in between the knees if you'd like. And really just finding a space where you feel like you can sit for 5 minutes or so without too much struggle, without too much engagement. Maybe with a tall spine, as tall as available to you, without standing, and allow the eyes to soften. Allow the spine to grow a little taller as you inhale. And then as you exhale, can the muscles relax, but the spine stay stacked? And from this place, moving from the experiencer to the observer, watching the experience happen of the inhales and exhales, the expanse and the deflation, or the rise and the fall. Maybe noticing the quality in the mind in this moment, whatever may be coming up. Maybe anxiety, first yoga class, maybe peace, knowing what yin yoga is. Maybe there's a dialogue about what comes later or what came before, and without judgment, without attachment to these stories of the mind, we'll use the breath to draw us back as individuals into presence. Back into that still space, that quiet space, observing each inhalation and each exhalation. I read this last night at the end of a practice. it felt better at the beginning. Throughout this practice, I invite you to stay as you are wherever you are. If you do this instantly, you will know that you are what you have searched for millions of years. There is no search because search is only for the lost. But when nothing is lost, there is no meaning to searching. Here, simply keep quiet. Do not stir a thought from the mind. Then you will know who you really are. Finding that which you truly are beneath all the layers, the stories, the ego, that space beneath, residing at the center of your heart. And maybe the hands want to arrive at the chest, maybe in prayer, palms touching. We'll invite an intention in for this practice. This is also an anchor for the mind, so you can always return to this if you notice the mind wandering away. Whatever this positive thought, word, phrase you'd like to, we'll find 3 breath cycles together, starting by exhaling all the air out. And then finding a big, full, expansive inhale into the belly, the heart, lifting through the crown. And then exhaling softly. In through the nose, expansive, intentional breath. Soft exhales. And the biggest breath of your day as the sun sets, inhale. And exhale. Releasing the hands to the knees. Gently blink the eyes open. We'll get out of our seat for a moment. So we'll make our way into a child's pose, simply crawling the arms forward, crossing the ankles, allowing the knees to rest onto the earth, the big toes to touch. And then the butt rests towards the heels, the brow rests towards the earth. The arms reach forward with a softness. Yeah, perfect. Just like that. You could utilize the block underneath your forehead if that is more comfortable for you. And if the rear can make it all the way to the heels, be the most passive, can be a little much sometimes as well. This is a beautiful place to elbows down to the earth. And simply breathe. Grounding that intention you just breathed in through your vessel. Breathe the earth through the center of your brow or wherever you're connected to Gaia below you. Inviting in this space of peace, of humble surrender for your practice here. Allowing any sounds, including this beautiful flute, to move through you. And just as thought is sound, vibration in the mind, allow those to move through you as well. Notice what sensations are arising in the body here and breathe into those spaces, expanding any tension on the inhales And softening that tension as you exhale. Maybe moving from a first edge of sensation to a second or a third. Maybe the knees go a little wider. Or maybe you stay. I will mention that these are all offerings from me to you. You can follow them. You can find your own variations. If you explore and go into a sensation that touches on the sensation of pain, back off. There's no need to push or press yourself into a space that doesn't feel right in your body. We'll find 3 more breath cycles in this space, in this shape. Big breath into the back of the heart. Expand in between the shoulder blades, and as you exhale, let go any tension there. To tabletop as put my hat back on. So the hands are under shoulders, knees are under hips. The tops of the feet can be on the earth. You could tuck the toes under too. We're going to find a little bit of movement here. So movement, then stillness, then movement, then stillness is how I practice my yin yoga. So as you inhale, the belly will soften down towards the earth, but more the sits bones and the gaze moves up, the crown moves up. So you find an arch in the spine. This is cow pose. And then as you exhale, tuck the tail round the spine, pull the navel gently in and the chin towards the chest. This is cat pose. Exhale. Moving through this, allow the inhale to open your front side body. And as you exhale, round and allow the back side body to open to the sky. Finding your edge of sensation as the breath moves you. The breath that breathes you. Allowing all of you to be present with each inhalation and each exhalation. Eyes to soften or close. And find a few more rounds here, making any other movements that could feel good. Beautiful. Last round. And we'll inhale, find that neutral spine, and on the knees, we're gonna come sit back onto block, bolster, whatever feels good. You could stack the blocks as well, whatever feels good for you. For me, it's seated all the way onto the heels. We're gonna bring some more movement in for the shoulders and neck. So starting with some neck rolls, tucking the chin down towards the chest as you exhale. Then the left ear to the left shoulder as you inhale and open up the throat and lose your hats. And then the exhale will bring the right ear to the right shoulder and finishing the exhale with the chin to chest. Being in your mobility and your sensation and what's available to you here and taking your time. Again, allowing the breath to move you. If you find a gem of sensation that feels like you could pause at that space, pause there and breathe into what comes up. And as you're ready, move along. No rush, but as you feel in your time and peace, changing directions. Still, the exhale brings the chin to the chest, and the inhale opens the front of the throat as the head softens back. No rush. No need to find extremes, just finding what's there. Beautiful, beautiful. I'm going to tap a little bit deeper into the shoulders. So drawing the top of the crown tall at a neutral spine. We're going to bring the hands back behind us to bind. And then draw both hands as close to the right hip as available. This might be all the way hooking or just towards the right side is fine. Yeah, perfect. And from here, the left ear melts towards the left shoulder. You may begin to feel sensation down through the deltoid into the between space of the tricep and bicep, maybe all the way up in towards the ear. Just breathe into that space, breathe into that sensation. Maybe see if the hands can come to the right hip a little bit more. Yeah. And then the left ear down. Yeah, perfect. There it is. Yeah, awesome. And again, this is our yin practice. So we're not reaching, we're not pulling, we're not pushing the body to be in a space that doesn't feel good. We're finding what feels good and then breathing into that. And then as we breathe into that, maybe that posture opens further. And finding 3 more breath cycles on this side. Inhale. And releasing the bind of the hands as you exhale, releasing the chin to the chest. And then drawing a neutral chin, shaking the hands out, finding any little movements in the shoulders because we have a second side. So finding some looseness and then drawing the bind of the hands behind you and then the hands towards the left hip. And then the right ear towards the right shoulder. And again, these hands, this fist can hook, or it might just be placed behind the back, and that might be enough for you. No judgments, no attachments to what you think you should look like. Rather, invite that this is a practice into the mind, that this is a feeling practice, and we want to feel sensation that feels good or comes close to that discomfort, but never to pain. Eyes can be soft or closed. Feel inward, yinward. Yinward, as Madison and I say, when we don't feel like hanging out. Madison is one of our newer instructors and friends here in Seattle, and she has a beautiful journey for us on Sunday this week, which is a guided yoga nidra meditation or yoga sleep meditation. Definitely invited to join. You can speak with us afterward about that. Let's find 3 more breath cycles here. Big breath in and out, releasing the hands and the arms, allowing the chin to melt towards the chest, and then drawing the gaze back forward, maybe finding some shakes of the arms once more, maybe some looseness. Actually, yeah, let's find some shoulder rolls. So this is what we will do together, allowing the shoulders to come forward and up on the inhale, and then melting down the back as we exhale. Nice softness from mobility to stillness to mobility again. Just about a minute doing this motion, helping to open the heart. And let's find another breath in. Draw the shoulders to the ears and squeeze up. Then soften them down as you exhale. Find a little shake. And then we'll crawl the arms forward, the hands forward once more. Oh, what to do? Okay. Because I told you we would. We're going to do dragon pose. So this is for the hips. So this can be a little bit intense. It's really feeling the hands on the earth. You might want to use your blocks, so have those available. We're going to draw the right knee into the right elbow and step the right foot to the outside of the right hand. Basically creating a lunge, which could begin at sports photography pose. And if you notice already that this is intense for that left knee, I invite you to roll up your mats to have a little bit of padding under that left knee, I'm sorry. And from there, I'll get you guys set. Yeah, perfect. So again, that right foot is up forward, perfect. It can be a little bit wide as well. I'll mirror you. So rather than in line with the hip, it could be a little wider if that feels nice. And then you can come up high. That right foot could scooch forward and listen to your hips. You might not be able to go, as deep as me, who's been practicing for 15 years. We want the toes maybe pointed forward or just a little bit out. And from here, if this is too much, you can bring the hands to the earth or your blocks. And then we can release through the neck. And this is going to be one of our more activated postures or dragon pose. I often have people cry in this posture, even men, even me. I'm kind of sensitive though. Because we hold our emotions in our hips. I have a friend who did a yoga therapy training for 2 years with this woman, and she always says, "You hold high school in your hips." Sometimes I get laughs, sometimes I don't. I always thought that was a cute idea. All of that intensity resides there. So wherever you are, the furthest expression may be all the way onto the elbows, releasing through the neck so the chin drops. We find softness where we can. So the jaw, the eyes, the temple, those can be soft. Even the hips can relax from tension as the arms are supporting you. Whether you're up on the hands, up in the lunge, or down on the elbows. Breathing into this space. Breathing through any frustrations or anger as we're tapping those energies in this meridian. Going to where is available for you and then breathing, and that's all you need to do. You're always welcome to make any adjustments and then return back to stillness. We'll be here for about 90 more seconds. Know also if it becomes too much, you can always find a child's pose or a comfortable seat. But I encourage you to see if it's just in the mind and that maybe you can breathe through the discomfort for another 30 seconds. And be one of the yoga instructors. Find 3 more breath cycles. And then coming back up onto the hands, even onto the blocks, creating space so that this left leg can sweep back behind you once more. And then you can come all the way down onto your front side body, creating a pillow with the palms, giving that very needed rest to the hips and really to the whole vessel of your body. My absolute favorite thing to do is to bring my foot onto your low spine and then give it a little shake. So since I can't do that, thank you, global warming and COVID-19, just give a shake to your hips back and forth and take an inhale. And as you exhale, allow softness all the way from the mind to the toes through the spine, that central nervous channel. And then find stillness for a moment. Full breath in and out. 2 more cycles here. And I'm going to mirror you. So bringing the left hand out about a foot outside of your left shoulder, bring the right ear to the mat and extend your right arm straight out to the right side. Bend the left knee, press into the left palm, and you're going to gently roll open. You can watch first if you'd like. Gently roll open onto the left side or your right side body. So your left side body will stack. Options here is just the hips, knees, and ankles are stacked. Other options, the right foot comes behind you. The left foot comes behind you. Maybe the left hand comes behind you. Maybe both soles of the feet come to the earth. Find your expression. This can be intense. It's called evil shoulder opener. Also starfish pose. So run with that in your mind. And Doug, I'm going to give you a little challenge. So come back. Go from here with the palm down, straight down. Bring the right ear to the mat. The right arm will go out. And then the left arm, just like that. You can bring the right ear to the mat and then just see if you can push open there. And so, just like that. And you're going to feel that more in that right pectoral muscle. And then only go to where it feels comfortable. You might not roll as open as I can, and that is fine. This is your first yoga class. And wherever you find the space for you that feels good, you'll just settle in. You'll simply be there. I got a mask on, so it might be of service. If you want to put your foot on this, I'll put it there for you. It might be helpful, it might not. Breathing into wherever your body is experiencing this shape. Allowing for openness in the front of the right chest, pectoral, shoulder, arm, maybe all the way down into the fingers for 3 more breaths. cycles. One more inhale. Then exhale, coming back around onto the front side body, bringing both hands to create a pillow for your brow once again. Just noticing one full breath in and out. Bring the hands back underneath the shoulders. We'll press down to rise back up into tabletop. And we're going to set up for our second side of dragon pose. So you might roll the mat back up for that right knee, for your left knee this time. Just drawing your left foot up outside of the left hand. Your right knee is grounded back behind you. And I invite you again to come up into sports photography pose. Yes, I named it. Maybe the hips begin to melt forward here. Just go until you feel that first, oh, there it is, I feel that. And then you might go further. You might find more support here on blocks or not. Finding this elevated space may bring more intensity into the hips. It could also soften it. If you are on the palms, maybe pointing the fingers in the opposite direction this time for a different stretch for the forearms. Plenty of fun ways to explore. Bringing this back to you. Yeah, brother. Breathing into that first or second edge if you found your way there, and eyes can close down, turning inward to feel the breath expansive as you place your awareness into sensation, and breathe with your intention. Breathe that positive light into the spaces that are feeling, that are communicating within the system that is your body. Your vessel, your temple, the only one you get. Noticing any intensities or any activation needed to be in your expression. Notice where you might be able to soften. Maybe it's just in the eyes or the jaw. Surrender is one of the most challenging actions that I've come across in my life. Where can you surrender for this moment? Even for just a moment. Breathing in this shape for 60 more seconds only. And our last 3 breaths where you are, wherever that might be, being in complete honoring of self. And then we'll make our way back onto the front side body. Once again, both legs connecting back behind you and lowering gently down onto the front side. Feeling the hips on the earth, feeling some openness there. Do as I say, don't do as I do, because I'm going to get up and send you guys beautiful energy healing. So feel how we've squeezed certain parts in the hips and stretched open certain parts in the hips. And can you find that subtleness within that vibration moving through? Taking a nice inhale and shaking the hips as you exhale. And surrendering to stillness for 3 breath cycles. And a full breath in. And a full breath out. This time, drawing the right hand out to the right side, placing the palm onto the earth. Left ear to the mat, left arm straight out to the left side, palm face down. The right knee will bend, and as you're ready, pressing into that right palm to help roll yourself open. Stacking right side body on left side body. Yes, just like so. Perfect, brother. And then where your attention goes, the energy flows, the life force, the chi, the prana, the breath, this beautiful air that literally connects every single living thing that ever is, was, and will be. My breath is your breath. Your breath is my breath. Mm. Feeling through this left pectoral muscle all the way down to the arm and to the fingertips, and finding the last 3 breaths for this shape. Last inhale. And exhale, coming back around onto the front side body. Giving a little shake to the hips. Just one breath here. And out here. Gonna find Sphinx pose to bring some compression to the low spine. So pressing into both palms, putting your fedora back on, and then dropping the elbows directly underneath the shoulders. So we don't want them out too far. We don't want them in too much. We don't want them back too far. We don't want them out too far forward. Directly under. This is going to be the maximum support that you'll be able to receive. There. Having a block available can be nice. I'll use this. Just in case your neck gets tired, you can lower the brow onto your block. I invite you to soften the lower half of your body. So anything below the waist, you can give a little shake to, and then just release any tension from the hips, the butt, the thighs, the knees, the calves, the ankles, the soles of the feet, and even the tips of the toes. Take a breath in, and then exhale, let go of any tension there. Being activated slightly through the shoulders to keep the chest elevated. We begin to compress into the back body, into the low spine, squeezing toxins from the kidneys, squeezing the fascia of all of what's no longer necessary. And as we squeeze these energetic channels, we relieve ourselves from the fears of the future and the regrets of the past, helping to have a little bit more clarity in this moment, here and now. Simply keeping quiet, not stirring a thought in the mind, so we can know who we truly are. And has any tension built up within the body where you do not need it? If so, invite an intentional breath into that space. And then as you exhale, release it of its resistance, its tension, its energetic hold. Inviting our last few breaths here. I'm going to invite you to find this pattern, breathing in through the nose, into the heart space, and then sending the breath into the lumbar spine on the backside, directly where that compression is happening. Noticing the subtleties or intensities, the expanse and deflation of the inhale and exhale, the rise and the fall. We'll take a last breath in and a soft breath out. Slowly drawing the brow back down to the earth. One breath in here and out here. Pressing our way back up to your tabletop pose on the inhale. And then And with the knees in, walking the knees in kind of close as available, and bring butt back to the heels. You place a block in between here if you'd like, and a block under the brow if you'd like. So between the butt and the ankles, and your forehead and the floor, and allowing the hands to rest back towards the feet. This is an embryo pose. Should bring an openness to your back body. So a sense of roundness, whether it looks round or not. So if you place the block, that second block, yeah, there, and then another block underneath the brow can really help to support. Here's this one for underneath your brow. And just 3 breaths here. Breathing back into the backside body, finding a new expanse, some new life force energy into that space. And a full breath in and out. Bring the hands back underneath the shoulders. Press down to come up. Cross the ankles and we'll come to a seat. We'll keep it simple here. So let's do one more forward fold. So it'll be similar to that last shape, but be seated. So you could roll up the back of the mat once more to find a little elevation in the sits bones. Make sure I stay plugged in. And the legs will be straight out in front of you. Feet will be about hips width distance, whatever is comfortable. Yeah, perfect. No rush to get there. And see if you can soften the legs and the toes here. Maybe giving a little shake and then just allow them to rest. Feel your sits bones onto the earth. Take an inhale up into the heart. And then as you exhale, tuck the chin gently in. More of a softening of the neck as the heart reaches towards the toes. Again, all of this is towards, it's not a touching. It's an offering to find more space in the low spine. We'll only be here for a few moments, just a few breaths. So breathing into the back of the heart and then down to the base of the spine. And then the exhale to soften. Allowing the muscles holding the shoulder blades tight to relax. Feel gravity. And feel your breath expanding and contracting. And one more breath in and out. Rising back up on the inhale. Find both of your blocks. I don't have any right now, so do we have some more over there? Because we asked for shoulder openers, we're gonna do a supported reclined butterfly fish pose, butterfish. So you'll need both of the blocks handy. What we're going to do is have 2 blocks, one for the head, one for behind the heart. The low ribs are on your back, a little bit higher than that, basically across the shoulder blades. And we're gonna lean back, place the block, and find a place where you don't feel pinching from the block onto your back body. No worries, just get them out of your way. And then the arms fall out wide. And we relax Release all of that. I'll leave that on. Allowing the head to be supported. Beautiful. Is this comfortable for your neck the way it is? You're good? Cool. Just check in. You seem fine. Beautiful. Options. Souls of the come together. If that is calling to you, it's not necessary, but it could be a nice gentle hip opener while the heart opens, while the shoulders rest in the opposite direction of our everyday life and all of its actions. And allow the eyes to soften, to close. And move your awareness into the center of your chest. Just the mind, place it in the center of your chest. Place your intention there as well. And breathe through the center of your chest as if it was your mouth or nostrils. Breathe your loving kindness. Breathe your compassion. Breathe your peace. Breathe your stillness. Everything you do is for stillness of mind, for happiness. And yet anything that you do disturbs your mind because doing is mind. Whether it is samadhi or bliss or whatever, anything that you try to do conceals the diamond with the arrogance of doership. You have been doing all of these years. So now simply keep quiet, dear ones. The self is not seen during effort, nor is freedom the result of effort. It is already here in this moment, breathing into the center of your chest right now. When we search, we miss bliss. We miss bliss because we search for the transience, the moving, the changing. But truth cannot be seen. It is the seer. Find that through which he would search, and you find that being is bliss. Breathe your bliss. Breathe 3 more breath cycles here. One more inhale. Fill your heart center And a soft exhale. Gently come onto your right side, off of your support system, creating a pillow with the right arm into a little seed shape, the shape of your intention, the seed of what you would like to sow in your life. We're going to use the left hand, the top hand, to press down just for a moment, move the blocks out of the way, and then come all the way onto the backside body, releasing the soles of the feet right in close to the glutes. We're going to find a little windshield wiper of the knees as the arms rest out wide. Our last couple postures of the evening, keeping the left heel grounded, lift the right foot towards the sky. We're going to bend into the right knee, hooking the right ankle onto the left thigh, the top of the left knee, basically. And this might be a great place to stay. You could use the right hand to gently push on that right knee. You could use a block under the left foot to accentuate the stretch to the outside of the right hip. Or you could weave the right hand through the hole created by the legs, finding both hands onto the back of the left thigh or front of the left shin. The only place I really want you to be engaged is if you're holding the legs or your hands, as well as right ankle so that the toes are pointing back towards the knee. This will accentuate the stretch in the hip as well as protect your knee from latitude, strange movement. I couldn't find the word. Lateral movement, that one. Perfect. And then breathe into that sensation that's being cultivated in your being. Just 3 more breaths here. And then on that final exhale, unhooking that right knee, drop both knees in towards the chest, keeping the back of the crown on the earth. And draw a few circles with the knees one direction and the other. Feeling that low spine, getting a little massage. And then as you're ready, both soles of the feet plant down onto the earth. The arms go out wide and the knees knock over to the left side of your mat. The chin might rest over to the right shoulder. It doesn't need to. It's a gentle supine twist. If you have a different variation of the legs that calls to you, maybe stacking the knees or wrapping the legs, feel free to find that as long as the shoulders remain soft on the earth and the back of the heart is supported. And in this space, Simply be. Simply be doing nothing but breathing, really allowing the breath to breathe you. Shedding the tension, shedding the layers, shedding the burdens of the external world. Allowing your breath to remove the obstacles of your peace. And just 3 more breaths here. And as you find that 4th inhale, drawing the knees back into center. And then with the soles of the feet on the earth and the arms out wide, extend the left heel to the sky and then hook the left ankle on the right thigh or knee. You can find a gentle push of the left hand on the left knee away from the crown. Put your right foot on a block or find eye of the needle, giving a gentle squeeze to the right leg in towards the chest, keeping activated through the left ankle so the left toes point back at the left knee. Finding sensation in the outer left hip and glutes. Beautiful. And just a few more breaths here for this hip, for this shape. And in your time and peace, if that right foot is lifted, bringing it back down to the earth, bringing the left foot back down to the earth, the arms soften out long onto the earth, and the knees go to the right this time. Finding supine twist with the knees to the right, and maybe the chin melts to the left shoulder, maybe not, and surrender to the space. Surrender to the twist, finding balance in the body. The shoulders resting on the earth. The sounds around us passing through just as thoughts. Back of the heart supported. And if the left shoulder kind of levitates a little bit, maybe soften the twist. Bring the knees back a little bit. Allow the back of your heart to be cradled by the earth below you. Allow the breath to breathe you. And just 3 more breath cycles here. And then drawing the knees into your chest, giving yourself a big loving hug of gratitude, wrapping your arms around the knees, maybe even squeezing your nose up to the knees and inviting into your consciousness something you're grateful for in this moment. Taking a full inhale. And then as you exhale, releasing out long Shavasana, final resting pose. Legs extend out, arms relax out. Heels away from hips, crown away from heels, shoulders away from ears, and fingers away from shoulders. Find the space. Take a full breath in, draw your intention into your heart again, and releasing it out into the ether. Our final posture, and often the most difficult. Surrender to your stillness here. Remember to be here, simply keeping quiet, not stirring a thought in the mind, so that you will know who you are. And as you are loving awareness in this moment, you are safe. And so it is. And now gently bringing your consciousness back into these walls, into this space, feeling the vibration of this energy, and also bringing awareness back into the space of your body and finding gentle movements, however they arrive for you, and your time and your peace. Maybe finding a full body stretch, reaching the hands away from the feet and the feet away from the crown with a nice inhale. Stretch the body long and then come on to one side or the other into the seed of your intention once more. Beautiful. Then pressing down to make your way up to a comfortable seat in soft eyes or closed eyes, arriving back where we began, same place, same pose. Just nothing shifted or just widths. Maybe they to your heart center. Continuing to bring your intention from this space, from this practice into the rest of your evening. And I send you with the blessing of Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Peace, peace, peace. May peace move and flow through and with you for the rest of this night and beyond. The light may see and honors the light that loves all and each of you. Namaste. Thank you guys. Bye, Mom.